Welcome to a place of calm, warmth, and gentle stories. This is Dreamweave Tales channel, where soft-spoken tales help you unwind and drift slowly into sleep. Let your thoughts rest, close your eyes gently, and let the story carry you to peaceful dreams. You're safe here. Let's begin. In a quiet coastal village called Coralia, where the houses were built from smooth, pearlescent shells, and the air always smelled of salt and sea kelp, lived an old woman named Lyra. Lyra wasn't just any villager. She was the weaver of whispers. With nimble fingers, she wove beautiful, intricate tapestries, but her true magic lay in the threads she used. They seemed to capture the faint, hopeful murmurs of the sea, the gentle laughter of children, and the soft promises of dawn. For generations, the tapestries of the weavers of whispers had draped the village hall, each one a silent story, a visual symphony of joy and gratitude. They reminded the people of Coralia of their blessings, the rich harvests from the sea, the clear starlit nights, and the strong bonds between them. This collective memory kept their spirits bright and their village vibrant. But then, a new kind of silence began to fall over Coralia. It wasn't the peaceful quiet of a calm sea, but a heavy, empty silence. The younger generation, caught up in their daily tasks and new inventions, slowly forgot to look at the tapestries. They stopped listening to the whispers of the sea and the old stories. The vibrant colors of Lyra's latest weaving seemed to dim before her eyes, just like the lost melody that once filled Coralia's evenings. Lyra felt the village's spirit fading. The laughter grew quieter, smiles became rare, and the warm glow from the houses seemed weaker. The threads of connection between the villagers, once strong and interwoven, felt loose and frayed. She knew the tapestries alone couldn't fix it. The villagers had to remember to listen and to share once more. One stormy night, unlike any Coralia had seen in decades, fierce winds lashed the coast. The storm was so powerful, it blew away parts of the village hall's roof, exposing the old tapestries to the lashing rain. When the sun rose, though the storm had passed, the tapestries were ruined, soaked, torn, and their colors washed away. A wave of despair swept through the village. "The magic is gone," people whispered. "Our blessings have left us." But Lyra did not despair. She looked at the ruined tapestries and then at the worried faces of her villagers. She saw the fear, but also, in the depths of their eyes, a faint longing for the joy they had lost. "The magic isn't gone," she announced, her voice surprisingly strong. "It was never in the threads of the tapestries themselves, but in the stories we shared to create them. And those stories, they are still within us." She then did something unexpected. She asked each villager to bring her one small thing that held a happy memory for them: a shiny shell from a special day, a piece of old fishing net from a great catch, a dried flower from a beloved garden. And as they brought these items, Lyra asked them to share the memory behind each one, no matter how small or simple. Hesitantly at first, then with growing confidence, the villagers began to share. A young fisherman spoke of the pride he felt catching his first big fish. An old woman chuckled, remembering her grandchild's first steps on the sandy beach. A shy girl whispered about the beauty of a sunset she saw with her best friend. As each story was told, Lyra carefully took a small thread from the memory item and began to weave it into a new tapestry. This new tapestry wasn't grand or perfect like the old ones. It was a patchwork of different colors and textures, each thread unique, each stitch a shared memory. As the villagers watched Lyra work, and as they listened to each other's stories, something remarkable happened. Laughter returned to the hall. Faces brightened. The heavy silence lifted, replaced by the rich, vibrant hum of shared moments. They realized that the lost melody wasn't something to be found outside. It was the chorus of their own shared experiences, their collective gratitude for life's simple joys, and the quiet hope that bloomed from remembering kindness. The storm had not taken their blessings. It had simply cleared away the old, making space for them to reweave their communal spirit with threads of their own making. And that night, for the first time in a long time, the village of Coralia sang its lost melody, not as individual whispers, but as one harmonious, grateful song under the star-filled sky.